Didn't you know, Dark Knight? You can't fight fear. There's something different about you. You're afraid. You've always buried your fears. Locked them away deep in your subconscious, hidden. But something is gnawing away in the darkness of your mind, isn't it? Something even you can't control. You might fool everyone else, but you can't fool me. I can almost taste it.
Being a kid unfortunately means that you are disposed to so many irrational fears that it don't even make sense. And I would know because as a kid, I was scared to even take my own dump, bro, because I used to think that shit was gonna come out the toilet and just attack me. And don't let me stay up past my bedtime because just seeing a glimpse of the show, just from the way it was drawn and animated, would give a nigga nightmares. And Courage the Cowardly Dog is one of them shows that gave not only me nightmares, but probably millions of kids around the world. Now, there are levels to this fear shit, and because of that, it wouldn't be fair to just talk about one episode. Nah, I can't do that because there's too many episodes that made me go, the fuck am I watching? So we're gonna start off real slow. Shit, level 1 if you will, and then slowly work our way up to the point to where you got no choice but to ask this question: what the hell were these writers' mindset at when they were making these scenes for an alleged kid show? Look, I'm here to tell y'all right now, this show was not meant for kids, bruh. Also, keep in mind, I have never sat down and watched a full episode of this show ever in my life, and watching it as an adult, this shit literally unsettles my soul. So just imagine how a 10-year-old would feel watching this by themselves. Motherfucker, off the first season, this show was already wilding. Hold on, bro. Why the hell do they got this old man body built like this? Like his shit look like a damn vulture with his back sticking so far out to the point I ain't got no choice but to ask this question: how the hell does this man sleep at night? Not to mention, they also fucked up his big ass banana shaped head, bro. That shit look like if you tap his shoulder from behind and he turn around and see who it is, he might dead ass take your head off in the process of doing that, bro. And if the big ass crib with the planetarium and the butler isn't enough indication how rich this nigga is, dog, keep talking about, James the Moon, it looks good enough to add to my collection. Like, nigga, why is you trying to buy the moon? Cause no, what's crazy is we really be joking about, man, what if people could really buy a planet? Like, how much would that shit cost? And here, these writers, what, 20 plus years ago was already talking about this shit? Now look, I need y'all to tell me, with inflation, how much do you think the moon would literally cost nowadays, dog? Now, y'all know when people get too rich, they just start doing random shit, saying random shit, they just lose touch with reality. And in this room, the only person with common sense is the butler. And he tells the old nigga, "Sir, there are just certain things that are just not for sale." Which that is an actual valid statement, but the old man wasn't having that. He talking about, hey, look, everybody ass is for sale, including yours. Now get the fuck up on out of here. Hey, look, one more thing. Your ass is fired. He laughing, thinking this life game a joke after he literally just unemployed somebody from making an earnest living. When I tell you that karma dropped 100 points on this nigga neck, bro, not even a full day goes by, and he literally drops damn near dead, calling to his butler with his last breath. Now let me tell you how much of a real nigga this butler is, bro. I don't even know this man's name. He don't even got that many lines, but just off this scene alone, this should tell you everything you need to know. First, you can tell that by looking at this frame right here that this man is thinking to himself, I know this old ass man is not calling to me for help after he just fired me for damn near nothing, man. You got me all the way fucked up. Second, by looking at this frame right here, you can really tell that he's thinking to himself now, oh shit, he might actually really be dead. And just off those two frames alone, he makes the decision, well shit, let me skip that up on out of here, steal a couple dollars while I'm at it, man. Real shit. And if that's not enough to top it off, you really know he didn't give a fuck, because while he's walking off, he's singing that's how you know he did not give no fucks. After the old man dies, somehow, some way, through the power of I don't even know, his shadow just comes to life. And he must have been some evil motherfucker, because the first thing his shadow does after coming alive is scaring this little girl, dog. Because it wasn't enough to just scare this sweet, innocent girl that didn't harm nobody, didn't bother nobody. No. Because this old man's shadow is so scary that it scares the motherfucking ice cream she was licking, bro. You gotta realize the amount of intimidation that one must possess to be able to scare some fucking ice cream. The yellow kind at that, it don't get no happier than yellow. So between dealing with an old rich nigga shadow that's supposedly dead and also a coked out fox putting together this soup with animal parts and fucking eyeballs from who the hell knows where. But then takes it a step further by adding a human being and trying to kidnap Muriel, okay? However the fuck you say that. And you just know that the cocaine or crystal meth or whatever drugs that this fox is on is strong, because foxes barely, if not at all, eat humans. And here you got this fox not only trying to eat Muriel, but he also seasoning her ass up, putting her in his dough, doing all this just because this fox is on the same strong shit that mugs back in the day were on. Mind you, this is just a regular day for these three individuals, and wherever the fuck that they live at clearly is a place that me and you never want to go, because they got more shit going on arguably than total drama itself, dog. And we're just scratching the surface, so I think it's time to escalate some shit. So yeah, this show really escalated some shit because a couple episodes got banned from Cartoon Network, including this one, just wiped away, eviscerated. In a little bit, you finna find out why. Because before we can even get a singular scene in the episode, the title card alone is just crazy. The demon in the mattress? Look, I don't know about y'all growing up, but for me, I couldn't watch no magic, no Harry Potter, no telekinesis, no Pokemon, no demons. God forbid some demons. At that point, the whole TV getting obliterated. Now, just like regular show and a plethora of other shows to where the episode starts off very normal, very calm, very chill, right? Normal. And by the end of the episode, you got motherfuckers fighting in space doing all types of crazy shit. And in this episode specifically, I can't even say shit starts off normal because it don't. First off, this shit pissing me off already because where the fuck do these niggas live at? There is no convenience stores, there ain't no people, there's no animals, there's no livestock or anything in miles of radius. Why the hell would you want to live here? You could literally get lost out here and God forbid somebody disposes your body. Ain't nobody ever gonna find out. Second, fuck this old man. And you wanna know why it's fuck him? Because he is a bitch to any and everybody for no reason. You got these reading glasses on with your face this close to the motherfucking newspaper, a big ass newspaper at that. And while my boy Courage is just chilling, he ain't did shit to nobody. Old man brings the newspaper down to stare Courage directly into his soul. And instead of mean mugging him or anything like that, all Courage did was just smile at him. And when he saw that smile, something in him triggered his brain to think, oh, you're happy? Now I gotta fuck your whole day up. Cause instead of sitting somewhere else or, you know, politely asking the motherfucking dog to sit, he puts the newspaper back in his face, dropped Courage's bowl onto the floor, including Courage himself, and then he slaps the book Courage was sitting on with no regard. Like, damn, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you, my nigga? The day just started, bro, chill. Hey, but look, no justice for my man Courage, cause I ain't got no pet, probably plan on never having a pet, but holy shit do I feel for this dog. On one side, you got a bitter old man that makes it his life priority to fuck yours up, and then on the other side, you got Muriel, who, you know, is very sweet and kind, but she is also a dumbass.
Ooh, a mattress special?
With our mattress, we'll change your life forever.
Are you ready to change your life forever?
Oh, yes, I want to change my life forever.
This sounds too good to be true.
We have a special on our deluxe life-changing mattress. It's soft.
Oh, soft.
It's smooth.
Smooth.
No lumps.
Oh, no, I don't like lumps. We've got lumps.
We'll send it right over.
My address is...
We know. We've been waiting for you.
Now look, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I'm not buying anything from no company that already has my address and I never even made contact with them. And on top of that, they talking about, oh, by the way, this purchase is completely for free. You don't even need to touch your credit card. This is all on us. Like, man, hell no, man. Like, these niggas might fuck around and send a bomb to your address.
No, don't do it. This do not do.
I've always wanted a new mattress.
This bitch don't listen to shit. Bro, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's a lot going on. First off, why is the sky so red? Are these niggas in the pits of hell? Because that's the only justifiable reason I can see these creatures carrying this mattress on top of what looks like a dead horse that I would see from Kid Icarus Uprising. Not to mention, the mattress itself looks like it's oozing with gamma radiation. Muriel, my girl, this ain't enough red flags for you? And while these two rodents looking like they've been exposed to some toxic waste off of Total Drama Revenge of the Island, they're carrying her mattress inside, and a literal demon is popping out on the mattress. And she just smiling. Like, I don't know what drugs old girl is on, but y'all, I promise you, on my life, on my house life, on my car life, I see some shit like that, I'm turning to James Bond off of 007, Everything or Nothing. Y'all gotta get the fuck out of here. So with Courage being the only character in this show with some type of common sense, he tries to dash to Muriel's room to prevent the mattress from being installed, but it's already too late. Cause y'all, tell me why she not only got her outside clothes on, but she also got her outside shoes on her brand new mattress. At that point, you might as well just burn the whole mattress down. Now, right before Muriel can go into a deep sleep state, Courage once again tries to tell her, hey bitch, the mattress that you got for free from some niggas who already knew your address without you even making a purchase, yeah, that same mattress got some demons in it. But her old ass ain't listening to nothing that he says, so she kicks him out. Courage, being very desperate and trying to prevent Muriel from getting possessed by these demons, goes outside and digs up this big ass hole to grab this ladder, just to literally see her getting possessed by these fucking demon particles. And as old girl is getting possessed by these demon particles, she starts levitating in the bed. Bro, literally just close your eyes. Just close your eyes right now. And just imagine that you're spending the night at your grandma's, right? And as you're spending the night, you wake up and you go, to check in on her in her room. And when you go in her room, nigga, she starts levitating like this. What is the first thing that you're doing? Cause me personally, I'm the type of nigga, I ain't finna just leave the room and start running. No. I'm gonna join her cause nigga, I wanna levitate too, the fuck? Now with no other option but to go to Eustace for help, Courage goes to him and tries his best to tell him what is actually going on. But y'all know how Courage be when he talking to us, he like, and like Eustace hearing this, he like, man, what the fuck is you talking about? So then Courage decides to pick up this grown man and take him all the way to her room. Like, bruh, how strong is Courage, my nigga? Like, he digging up big ass holes and picking up grown men like it ain't nothing. Then he decides to peek in her room and sees this shit.
Won't you join me? Can one of you boys give me a hand?
Well, we can't sit here all night.
What do you mean we? Hey, Courage is funny as hell. He talking about we. Nigga, what the fuck you mean we? Now, if Eustace couldn't be any more of a bitch, bro, he sends Courage all the way upstairs by himself to fight some demons one-on-one.
Courage. Closer. It would be lovely if I could have a cup of tea.
Nah, hold on, bro. This boy Courage is more braver than me or anybody I know for even stepping a yard near this demon. This motherfucker sounds like the great overlord off of Ninjago, just a deep, menacing ass voice. Look, Granny, I love you, but Granny gonna have to die to this shotgun. Courage straight up tells the demon to his face, hey, look, bro, you not finna get away with this shit. So then the demon comes back and tells him, oh, and what you gonna do about it, little nigga? And y'all, tell me why Courage gives him the look. And you know what look I'm talking about. I'm talking about the same look a nigga gives you right before he finna lock into some shit. If anybody gives you this look, just know some shit is finna go down. And in this case, these niggas decide to do a thumb war. Now you might be thinking that a thumb war is random as fuck, but on the contrary, it is actually very calculated. You see, there's only so many ways that two individuals can have a contest of strength without it being an unfair advantage. And in this situation with Miro's body being so up high on the bed and Courage being fucking 2'4", a thumb war is the only neutral resolution that the two can come up with. Now fuck all that shit, man. With all that being said, let's get on to the match. Ready? Go!
Watch my thumb. Oh, that was close. Ah, nice move, little doggy. Ha! Slip away, will you? 1, 2, 3. Gotcha! You lose!
After losing face on 1-on-1, Courage like, alright, if brute force isn't the answer, I gotta go to a place that has all the answers. The internet. So bro goes on the internet and prints out a how-to guide on how to commit an exorcism. Yeah, nah, I see why this episode got banned now, cause y'all, imagine you a little ass kid and you walk up to your mama like, mommy, I just learned how to perform an exorcism. She like, man, boy, what the hell is you talking about? Now Courage goes up to Eustace to show him on how to perform the exorcism, and dog, tell me why the fuck this nigga got on a garment with these little ass slides. Like, gang, look at this nigga feet, bro. Them shits gotta be a size 20, bro. At this point, what is the point of having these slides on? Look at how big this man's feet is. Them shits are barely covering even half of his foot. So Eustace decides to give the most weakest performance. I'm talking about this nigga life is on the line, and instead of performing the exorcist with some type of passion, he says this bullshit.
Hullabaloo and howdy do. Musty prawns and Timmy Buck too.
After giving that weak ass performance, old Demon here tells him, ayo dog, you gonna have to put a little bass in your voice if you wanna do something here tonight. So Eustace says the chant again, only for this demon to stick out this fucking tentacle octopus arm shit out of his mouth and just completely DD-fies him, bro. And if that's not bad enough, the motherfucker tells Eustace to come closer, which I don't know why the fuck he would do that, but he came closer anyway, only to get a mouthful of green nut shot directly in his face. After seeing that unsightly situation, Courage like, you know what? I'm gonna do this shit my damn self. And that's exactly what he does. I mean, my boy got the whole fit on and everything. He having it down to a T, and it works. He gets the demon particles outside of Muriel's body, only for it to go right inside Eustace. Yo, y'all saw this creepy nigga crawling on top of this bed like that. There is no telling what this freak nigga would have done if he didn't get smacked on top of the head like that. But you wanna know what the fucked up part is? Is that they roll up the mattress, right? And they chain that shit alongside Eustace's body being inside of it, and returns the mattress to wherever it came from, probably hell itself. And while this whole process is being carried out, mind you, the old nigga is still in the mattress. Like, y'all didn't even make an attempt to save bro life. Like, I mean, it's fuck him, don't get me wrong, but damn, man. Now, even though this whole entire episode has been very, very disturbing, somehow this next episode is even more disturbing, because I don't even get a full second to go into the episode before I'm just seeing nothing but red flags. Right off the gate, the three of them decide to pull up to a motel called the Cots Motel. Like, why is that not getting your attention? Just seeing this alone makes me think, oh yeah, this motel is most definitely a scam. Second, this is the second time that the three of them are looking like they're in just a random ass spot in the world. The three of them are so far removed from just any type of civilization. The government did probably don't give a fuck if they don't pay taxes. And the fuck am I talking about, man? I just said that shit like dogs really finna be up in this bitch paying taxes. But Courage in this situation is the only one rightfully scared. He going blah, 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 blah. And the two of these dumbasses like, oh my, this seems like a nice place. Yeah, I agree.
Welcome to the Cat's Motel. I'm Cats.
Yeah, bro, I think I'm high as hell and just went to the wrong motel because there's no way that I'm finna sit right here and have a naked cat talk to my face in this busted down motel. Like, nah, we not finna do that. Cause dude, these niggas not fit for their life because let a cat start talking to me, dog, I'm questioning my whole reality. So despite having a talking cat talk to him and be not just one of the few people in this building, but the only motherfucker in this building, and on top of that, it also has a no dogs policy, they decide to stay anyway. And ultimately just leaving Courage outside like, yeah, nah, I know these two old niggas would have been the first to die in any type of horror movie. They have zero survival skills.
Can't wait to sleep in my own bed. Muriel, you hear me? What do you know?
My loves, dinner has arrived.
Hey y'all, look, I am not a lawyer, right? Never have and never will to claim to be a lawyer, but I think what this motherfucker just did is illegal. Like, gang, why are you looking at this 80-year-old's coochie, bro? What are we doing here?
Finally, I can relax.
Whoa, hold on. Is this spider crawling on water, bro? Look, spiders already scare me enough. We don't need these niggas to have superpowers in doing this shit. No, fuck that. Courage, on the other hand, just manhandles his way into the motel like he don't give a fuck. He is like a man on a mission just having to save his peoples. But sadly for Courage, his people's going through some shit right now because look, you got Granny over here wrestling with this big ass spider in the tub, butt naked. And then you also got Grandpa. He's getting abducted by these thick spiders. He's all up in their webs, tangled up in shit. At this point, he is dead ass a victim. Now, if anything in this show has not made any sense at all, I'm talking just random shit just out the ass. From this point on forward, it really starts to make no fucking sense. Because while Courage is not only trying to save Eustace, he's also out here playing Tom and Jerry with this ugly ass cat. But wait, I just realized, Courage, use a dog. What you doing, my man? Just woof, 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 woof. Shit, bro, just woof at his ass, bro. So with Courage's back being pushed against the wall and no other options being presented to him, for whatever the fuck reason, these two decide to have a ping pong match off the wall. And while all that's going on, you also got this going on. Like, what are we doing? Why am I seeing an old lady wax her ass butt naked? It's no wonder kids who watch this show is mentally scarred to this day. But all that aside, you know how Muriel get down. You know, she stay hitting niggas on top of the head. In this case, she saves the day in the nick of time. It's a sweet ending. But I see why there were probably a lot of kids who got their ass beat watching this show and a lot of other shows that they ain't have no business watching. But I can promise you one thing right now. There is no ass whooping that you took as a kid that even compares to the ass whooping that Damian Wayne took from Batman Bruce Wayne himself. But that's for another video at another time. Y'all stay tuned.